inside a little bit, but he couldn't find him. And the ball eventually played out by Kokalava. And now Tyson holds it up. He was being fouled, or so it would seem. Sonny Plié. 2 attempts, 2 on target. That's the stuff. A lot to like about his first goal. He met the ball perfectly. Really good cutback from Lehner. But his second was a doozy. Absolute pinged shot with his outstep of his right boot. And so, having the time of his life there, he puts the ball through the legs. Thuram now trying to get on the end of it. Dodo just gets a foot in. Ball keeps breaking for the white-shirted Gladbach tonight. Great ball into the box. Chance for Hoffmann. This time a save by Trubin. Hoffmann's shot was decent. And that's the third time he's been offside. Eventually that would have the VAR. Buchel, the Dutchman tonight, assisted by Dennis Higler. And they can be quite important, can't they? Oh, another opportunity there. Header from Thuram. And that's gone over. I mean, basically, that last effort from Hoffmann saw Hoffmann offside, but it wasn't counted out. The assistant didn't put his flag up. They didn't go back to it. So then they give a corner because obviously Trubin had saved it. But an element of misfortune about that, I feel, because I reckon Jonas Hoffmann was quite a way offside, I thought. Anyhow, Shakhtar 0, Gladbach 3. And Borussia Mönchengladbach too strong tonight. Really dynamic. Played well, set the stall out well. Marco Rose has clearly done his homework on this team. And I've seen nothing surprising about Shakhtar. I've seen them play really well. Last year, shouldn't seem too long ago, does it? I thought they could win that, but they were so disappointed on the night. Inter on their day with Lukaku can be anybody. They're very dynamic, aren't they? But anyway, here is Marlos at the edge of the area, into the box now. Little drag onto his right foot, but he couldn't make that stick. Little back heel then. Cross comes in from Tete, headed away by Lehner, and then a shot from deep from Konienko. And that ball's still coming down. So cruise control for Gladbach tonight. But, we said if Shakhtar could win this game, it'd be difficult to dislodge out the group. And Luis Castro having a with Shakhtar, 2 attempts, 1 on target, but 9 attempts from tail. They've been torn apart, haven't they? And they're all defending deep again at the edge of the area. Hoffmann looking for the give and go, gets the ball back into the box. He goes, little step over. Now Lehner again, cross comes in, and this time well, they're hoping for I mean, it's more brilliant stuff there. I think he's looking down the line. He's trying to check his stride. I'm not sure that had that ball hit the back of the net. Actually, it was Plié with his stride gear, whether it would have stood up or not. Anyway, the ball held up by Marlos. Now Dodo. I just Konienko looks for in this game. 3-0 down, but you're thinking, well, where's the response? Never mind response. They need to wake up. They need to remember that they're out in the field playing a game, and Luis Castro can't believe what his team are doing tonight. Sometimes, for whatever reason, a team, what sort of build-up did they have to this game? I don't know. Answers on a postcard. Crazy gang. Ghetto blaster blaring. Well, I don't think any of that happened for Shakhtar before kick. Sometimes, though, you need a bit of rabble-rousing, don't you, before you take the field. Just having a slurp of drink there. Leave one hand. Most people listening did as well. Nice to bounce your ideas off somebody, or somebody tell you you're talking rubbish. I know you're probably doing that into your headsets, but nice to hear it. And certainly, ideas about what needs to be done. How could Shakhtar improve? What have Gladbach done right? Where does that stand them in the group? Where does that leave into Real Madrid? Anyway, obviously they play tonight. I guess Shakhtar fans will be looking on and hoping for a 1-1 draw or something there, or 0-0 draw. I don't know. Anyway, Real Madrid have been a little bit up and down, haven't they, recently? And finding it difficult, aren't they? Life after Ronaldo, not quite as easy as you might imagine. Such a reliable player, wasn't he, for them? Goals galore. Great play. But it's goals, isn't it? Goals are so vital to a team. You take somebody out who's probably, grabbed about half their goals in Europe, and then it's a struggle. But it's been a struggle for quite some time now, and you have plenty of time to replace him if you can. If you can. Was he the best player there's ever been or in the world? He might not be, and he might be, but he rates a mention even if he isn't. But and for Inter we talked about Romelu Lukaku. Can't quite mention him in the same breath as Ronnie, but fairly reliable for Inter. And Tyson needs a bit more of the ball. They're playing 4-2-3-1 tonight, Shakhtar. Not that you can really work that out, as we see them cast open again. Tete just not watching there in the end. It was a slight play by Bansabeni, and he gave the ball away. But they just can't live with them. I think Gladbach just too strong, too dynamic. And as much as I love these little Brazilian guys, and the way that they do play, Tyson's brought down from behind by Kramer, deep inside his own half. Then sometimes, good big and beats a good little one, and I'm afraid a bit of that's happening tonight. Yeah, they do well counter-attacking, don't they, Shakhtar? But it's a fairly even contest. I don't think... it's quite difficult to work out. Gladbach are sort of 4-1-3-2. Which is not something you see every day, is it? The only player who's not really working in that is Lars Strindl, the captain. For me, he's had a very quiet game. Lena's done really well for me, the full-back coming forward, right back. He breaks the line so well, but he doesn't do it all the time. He knows when to stay home and when to gallop into ground. There's Marlos now. Good ball out to the right side. Dodo in space. He's got Tete on his inside if he can find him. Good break by Dodo, but needed just a little bit more luck with his final ball. Yep, they'll all be playing it, won't they? 4-1-3-2. Well, we're just about seen every formation under the sun. You know, you play how best it suits the players that you've got. Sometimes they try and shoehorn teams into a shape, don't they? We've seen quite a few 4-3-3s that aren't really Barcelona-esque, although that would be the intention. Against the Leeds team who play 4-1-4-1, don't they? That's fairly unusual. Ball to the box here. And Stindl trying to get the volley away. His shot is blocked. Closing down on the end of the half. A couple of minutes left. And, well, the scoreline doesn't tell porky pies. 3-0 absolutely suits the way that the game has gone. It's a good indication of what's happened in this first half. And now Hoffman has a corner for Gladbach. Ball goes deep, contested, might just drop. Oh, and in the end it's forced into the back of the net. That's goal number 4 from Ben Sebaini. Terrible stuff, really. And well, Anatoly Trubin is having a pretty harrowing night in goal. You know what, the Algerian doesn't care, does he? Remy Ben Sebaini. And every time a goal goes in, the camera lingers on Piatov, sat in the stand, the usual keeper. Look at Hoffman's corner. Ben Sebaini just stuck with it. And in the end, the left foot half hits the back of the net. But it doesn't matter, does it? At the Olympics, and they've been blown away by Marco Rose's Colts tonight. The fourth goal coming from Rami Ben Sebaini. Good corner from Hoffman. Was contested by Ben Sebaini. Then able to scrape the ball into the back of the net past that Anatoly Trubin, who is not having a good night. Not by any stretch of the imagination. So, yeah, I fancied Shakhtar. They're 4-0 down. Anyway, just as well I didn't put any money on it. I hope you've been backing Gladbach out there. Gladbach backers, as we see a shot from Marlos edge of the area. Maybe that took a deflection, but it went wide. Yeah, well, if you're back to Borussia Mönchengladbach tonight, they might as well be paying you out now at 4-0. But anyway, yeah, credit where it's due. If you pick the Bundesliga side, then you're a better man than me. And yeah, they've been quite remarkable, really, in this first half. And it won't be yet. Shakhtar. Colours boot of Alice. His second was a lot better. Bondar an own goal for the second goal. A shot off Christoph Kramer deflected, and then Remy Ben Sebaini it 4. It's half time at the Olympic Stadium in Kiev, and Borussia Mönchengladbach have torn Shakhtar Donetsk to shreds in that first half. 4-0 it is. The first goal came on 8 minutes. A good cross from Stefan Leiner was matched by a great finish, Alassane Plié. The Frenchman scored a second goal with the right foot curling shot on 26 minutes. Wedged in between that was a Valerie Bondar own goal, and the fourth goal was Remy Ben Sebaini, the Algerian, with a half volley from a corner kick. Half time at the Olympic Stadium in Kiev, and Borussia Mönchengladbach have torn Shakhtar Donetsk to shreds in that first half. 4-0 it is. The first goal came on 8 minutes. A good cross from Stefan Leiner was matched by a great finish, Alassane Plie, the Frenchman. Minutes wedged in between that was a Valerie Bonda own goal, and the fourth goal was Remy Bensebaini, the Algerian, with a half volley from a corner kick. Half time at the Olympic Stadium in Kiev, and Borussia Mönchengladbach have torn Shakhtar Donetsk to shreds in that first half. 4-0 it is. The first goal came on 8 minutes. A good cross from Stefan Leiner was matched by a great finish, Alassane Plie, the Frenchman. Scored a second goal with the right foot curling shot on 26 minutes. Wedged in between that was a Valerie Bonda own goal, and the fourth goal was Remy Bensebaini, the Algerian, with a half volley from a corner kick. Half time at the Olympic Stadium in Kiev, and Borussia Mönchengladbach have torn Shakhtar Donetsk to shreds in that first half. 4-0 it is. The first goal came on 8 minutes. A good cross from Stefan Leiner was matched by a great finish, Alassane Plie, the Frenchman. Scored a second goal with the right foot curling shot on 26 minutes. Wedged in between that was a Valerie Bonda own goal, and the Algerian with a half volley from a corner kick. Half time at the Olympic Stadium in Kiev, and Borussia Mönchengladbach have torn Shakhtar Donetsk to shreds in that first half. 4-0 it is. The first goal came on 8 minutes. A good cross from Stefan Leiner was matched by a great finish, Alassane Plie, the Frenchman. Scored a second goal with the right foot curling shot on 26 minutes. Wedged in between that was a Valerie Bonda own goal, and the fourth goal was Remy Bensebaini, the Algerian, with a half volley from a corner kick. Half time at the Olympic Stadium in Kiev, and Borussia Mönchengladbach have torn Shakhtar Donetsk to shreds in that first half.